Okay, well, this is probably hopefully the most dangerous part of the day, getting it off the thing. So we're here at Hookwood Trials Centre, and it's somewhere which is really quite close to my house. And I've been threatening to come here all the time, so long, and I've never really made it. And finally today, I'm coming along with my electric motion electric trials bike, which is a very cool piece of kit. And I'm going to have a chat with Jim and talk about it here, because this is almost world-class trials here. Right, so, well, Jim, I can't believe that I live so close to Hookwood Trials Park, and I keep meaning to come here, and finally I've made it with my electric motion.
I'm really glad you have, Charlie.
Yeah, no, and because I heard that you have quite a special relation in your family, don't you? Who's quite successful. Tell me quickly a little bit about
I've got 3 boys. My middle one, he's won the Scottish 6 days.
Yeah.
He's represented Great Britain at trials destinations, you know, won it a few times. So yeah, we're just bike through and through.
Yeah. And then you've got relations who are very successful riders as well.
Yeah. My brother-in-law was really the first world champion in trials.
Yeah.
Malcolm Rathmell.
Yep. Right. Yes.
And Rhoda's well known. Rhoda Rathmell. They're also the MRS importers.
Yeah.
And because Carly Rathmell, she's involved with the road racing PR.
Yeah. So listen, so I'm sitting here, and I'm actually, for the first time, I'm looking down. I don't know if the camera can see this, but I'm looking down here, and it's actually, probably in the camera you don't notice the steepness, but it is steep. And
Yeah.
I'm looking around, as far as I can see, it's a trials park.
Yes.
And so how did this come about? Is this just because of love of bikes?
Yeah, love of bikes. And somewhere I wanted to ride my own bike.
Yeah.
In 1983, had a Bultago.
Uh-huh.
And this came up, an old boy owned it, and he took a liking to me, and he offered to sell it to me, you know.
Oh, so you bought the wood?
Yeah, bought the whole wood.
Yeah.
And over the years, we've gradually developed it, you know.
Yeah, no, I mean, it just looks incredible. And so what is this primarily used for? Is it like can anyone come and become a member and
Yeah,
ride?
anyone can join the club.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost a lot. Then they pay a little amount, you know, to practice. But we try and encourage the kids.
Yeah.
Last year, our members won every class at the ACU Youth Championships.
Really, all your members from here?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But then you rode competitively as well, didn't you?
I learnt, you know, started out on trials.
Yeah.
I was predominantly, I was brought up with road racing, but my mum and dad wouldn't sign the forms for me to race. She had to be over 21 then.
Oh, I see.
So one of the road racers taught me into learning to ride on a trials bike.
Oh, I see.
So I got involved with trials.
Yeah, and so that became
And then I went 20 years motocross.
Uh-huh.
But this was always my first love, so.
But they say that if a lot of really good motocrossers or a lot of enduro riders or even road racing, a lot of the really good ones all come from trials.
We're now next year going into our 5th generation of kids here.
Yeah.
And we try and get over to all of them. You will become good motorcyclists if you learn this. Yeah, so all the top ones like John Surtees, Mike Howard, even Barry Sheen, they've all rode in trials.
Yeah, yeah.
Damon Hill's been up here.
Oh, Damon, I know Damon.
With a trials bike.
Well, he doesn't live very far from here either.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you learn everything in trials.
I think you do. I think it's the basis of all of it as well, isn't it? And so, do you try and change this every year? Do you?
Oh yeah.
Is it a constant
Even
work in progress?
Well, you know, a lot of the riders, they get a bit bored with things, so we sort of jazz it up a bit. Even last week, I was with my digger moving some rocks about. Yeah. You know, this lot down here, we've just moved, and big ones from Dorset, those rocks.
And is it difficult to get hold of big rocks, or?
Oh yeah.
It is difficult, is it?
They're expensive and all.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You would have thought that people would be happy for you to take them away.
Well, it's the transport.
Oh, I see.
Our nearest place is Swanage, and it's about £2,000 lorry load.
Wow.
So just those there and a few others.
Yeah.
That's £2,000.
Wow. Wow.
So
wow, that is incredible.
But this is just like one of our members, he's 125 world champion.
Yeah.
So they need it to train on.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I like to see them develop.
And have you seen many electric trials bikes here? Are they starting to come through?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, we've got quite a few members who've got them.
Yeah. And are they these ones all different types?
No, that's the trouble. There's not many types.
And this one's quite interesting because this one has a clutch.
Yeah, that's
so
brilliant.
I think it's the first electric clutch. So it means that you know when you're coming up to a hill here where you need that pop up, don't you? You need that burst of power.
Yeah, no.
So it does that.
Yeah.
So when you're in gear here, look, so it revs up the motor.
Yeah.
And then once you revved it up, you can dump the clutch.
Yeah.
And you
get up the bigger steps and that. Yeah, that's a brilliant
yeah,
idea. I mean, they're well built, these.
Yeah, no, it's a proper bike, isn't it? And then this little one here, when you're riding along, and then when say if I wanted to go from here, go all the way down to the bottom of the wood here, I can use this as engine braking.
Yeah, that's great.
And then it regenerates power as well. And then if it's really slippy, like on the grass, you know, you don't want to use your brakes. You just use the engine braking, and it's variable engine braking speed.
Yeah.
A
bit like the old British bikes, the old decompressor.
Decompressor, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And I've got this one. I don't know if you've noticed with this one, but this one has a seat that it has a filler.
Yeah.
So normally a trials bike will come down here and the seat is very low. It doesn't really have a seat really.
It hasn't.
Doesn't. It's just a plastic thing. But because I smash my legs up really badly, I've been left with my knees. So if I sit down, because basically you've got to sit like down here. Yeah. When you're sitting on the bike, but I can't get up.
No, I think
my
you're doing
knees.
well, Charlie.
But
yeah, the reason they have no seat is so they can foot out of a section.
Yes, yeah.
So they can touch the ground easy.
Yeah, touch the ground easy, and as well as that, you know, if you're going down and if the back's pogoing up as well, you know, the seat's not in the way.
That's right.
And then I think the only thing for me to do now is to have a go on your beautiful.
Yeah.
This is what's extraordinary, is that this is. You almost feel like I've died and gone to heaven.
We're not going to let you ride down there, though, Charlie.
No, I'm not good enough to ride down there.
You know,
I could fall down there quite spectacularly, but yeah, most of the stuff that I'm looking at, it's funny because I did enduro for years and years and years, and I did the Dakar Rally, but I go out and do trials, and I'm it's like learning something from scratch again.
It's the hardest thing to learn in biking.
Yeah, no, it really is.
But
and it's the confidence as well, isn't it?
But all the top enduro lads, they've all ridden here as kids. Yeah. Like the Knight brothers. Well, Graham Jarvis he's won big events here. Johnny Walker. Yeah. Well, everyone who's this year, you look down there, they've all rode here.
Well, I can't wait. I think it's going to go and do it.
Yeah. Okay. This is all really extreme here.
Yeah, I can see this is extreme. At least I've got something to build towards.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's your goal.
That's my goal, yeah, exactly. Wow, this is incredible. There is so much going on here. It's quite extraordinary. Woo! I'm coming around here and I'm feeling rather intimidated by the whole thing. It's a lot harder than it looks, and I need to get time. I practice. Woo! Wow, that is much harder than I thought it would be, but I'm trying. That is outrageous. I think it's more fear factor than anything else. Yeah, it's much tougher than you think. It really is. But anyway, I tell you, I almost came a cropper back then. That's one for the bloopers. Oh, here we go. Oh. Right, so this they call Sand Mountain. I'm only doing the easy part of it. I'm just going up over this rock here and then heading up over here, but it's really quite extraordinary. I'm doing the really easy bits, but I'm finding it really challenging, I have to say. But I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Oh, yeah, beauty, yeah, beauty. Oh. Dupla. Woo. Well, I have to say, I am blown away. Look at everything here. I'm just gonna come here again and again and again. And hopefully maybe one day I can get up to those logs up there. But other than that, this is best fun you could ever have in a day.